Mr. Hyde.
Well, good afternoon, Commissioners. My name remains Martin Hyde. Before I begin, I'd like to draw the Commissioner's attention to this ITN here from Mattison's, which was the only other bid received on this opportunity. Well, within the 100 pages or so, Commissioner Ahern Koch is mentioned 4 times, including a copy of her full resume. Where that stands in terms of potential conflict, you might want to ask the City Attorney. In any event, in the summary of the proposal from Lido Beach Redevelopment Partners LLC, our Parks Director, Mr. Fogel, suggested that the deal was in line with other public-private partnerships that our city has, such as those with Marina Jack and Mattison's, which in itself should concern all of you. By way of example, Marina Jack has had the prime peninsula of our city since 1968 and pays just $200,000 annually in rent, plus 3% of the gross sales from Marina and 3 restaurants. We get essentially $700,000 annually if they gross $16 million, which is hardly a good deal. This is emphasized by Marina Jack selling the Marina Slips last year for the balance of the lease term to Suntex of Texas for over $40 million. This is approximately what city taxpayers get over the next 60 years based on the current deal. So if that's a good deal, I'm a Dutchman. The offer for the Lido Beach monopoly, which is what it is essentially $80,000 a year to start, plus them looking after the pool, they're saving the city another $100,000 or so annually. In return, the bidder has also to invest about $3 million to upgrade the facility. Their own figures used to justify their bid, in my opinion, understate the likely sales of the new facility. For comparison, one should look at O'Leary's, which grosses over $3 million annually from a much smaller facility with much lower foot traffic than Lido Beach. I believe that in time the new concession will gross between $5 and $6 million annually. At these rates, they'd clear close to $1 million annually, even allowing for 7% debt service on the $3 million that they have stipulated in writing that they'll recoup over 10 years. If we give a 10-year lease on this, with essentially a one-way option to them for renewal at the same terms for 2 or more 10-year periods, it's a $120 to $180 million contract for the bidder. And as it stands, less than $7.5 million coming to city taxpayers over the potential term. In other words, this is not small potatoes financially speaking. What would be equitable, still leaving a lucrative opportunity for the bidder, is the terms and rent as proposed, plus a royalty of 5% on all sales. If the bidder doesn't want to cut into their projected return, they could simply increase the price of the menu by a similar sum. By way of example, one of their signature daiquiris would be $7.35 instead of $7, which I don't think would stop many from indulging their thirsts. Clearly, we're getting the worst of our deals with Marina Jack and with Mattison's, but there's no reason to not ask for a better deal from these bidders or to go back to the market for another bid. You can all pass the buck on not having participated in these other deals, but this one is entirely yours, and it is your fiduciary duty to make sure that taxpayers get a fair return for over 2 acres of prime beachfront property, which $80,000 a year to start isn't even close to. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ayate?